right, guys, welcome back to the Side Dish Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Shin, joined as always by my co-host, Jay Lee.
Hey.
And today we actually have Sumin Han in the studio.
Hello.
And our special guest, Ninj Bahem.
Byumsurum.
Yes.
I still
Ninj
can't-
Byumsurum.
Okay.
Ninj.
So Ninj, I've known you for a long time now, but it's so funny because your first name, I've seen you introduce yourself to so many people, and you'll be like, Ninj. It's like ninja without an A.
Exactly.
Is that a common name in Mongolia?
So it's actually interesting. Like I feel like Ninjang is really common, which means kind heart, like in Mongolian. So people would assume my full name is Ninjan, but it is actually Ninj. And it's so interesting that actually Dalai Lama named me, and my
Whoa.
grandpa met him, and then how he asked the name, and then he suggests this name in Tibet. It's a Tibetan name, and I think actual pronunciation is like ninja, something like that, and which means also like the soul of the heart, like
Good-hearted,
kind-hearted,
yeah,
good-hearted,
kind-hearted.
like something
Well,
like
that's
that.
actually so apt because Ninj, you are a very like kind-hearted person, and I'm not like
thank
just
you.
trying to like glaze you. Like I've known you for a while, and I see your content. It's like it's very wholesome, like positive content. You know what I mean?
Thank you. You're right.
Is that because of your I want to assume it's because of your upbringing in Mongolia. It sounds like you had a very sort of pastoral, sort of farm life upbringing, but I don't know if that's just me associating like you hugging goats. I feel like it's something that I saw on your socials.
Okay. Yeah. But I'm Mongolian. I actually was born and grew up in a city, the capital city called Ulaanbaatar. But I would say like even when you grow up in the city, if you are a Mongolian, you're really close to nature. So it was lucky enough for me, like I would spend like a lot of time in the countryside area, and like, yeah, I hold many baby goats.
I find that
So jealous.
so cute.
Yes.
It's so cute.
There's actually a funny story related to baby goat. When I was like maybe around like 8 years old, I went to this countryside. It's called like Hinti. It's like a beautiful region of Mongolia with a lot of forest and like really beautiful area. And then I was staying with this family. They have sheep, goat, camel, just everything. So livestock is the main thing in Mongolia, right? And then I would help them for the like herding and like everything. So it's interesting. They send all the sheep and goat first, the adult parents first, and then the kids would stay, like baby sheep, baby
So
goats
you're like
would stay.
babysitting them.
Yeah, babysitting them. And then there was this one baby goat would follow me everywhere. And then it's so interesting. Those baby goats like bully each other. And I noticed that gray baby sheep goat would be bullied a lot. And then the family would call... Right. The family would call her like Zuzu. I thought that was her name. But apparently in Mongolia, the like orphan baby goats are called Zuzu. And then they got bullied a lot.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God. It's like the punch thing. The monkey.
punch the monkey.
Yeah, like a
I-
punchy.
Yeah.
Punchy, right?
Yeah.
Punchy.
No, when you said punch, I was like, in my head, I was like, you mean runt. The word you're looking for is
No.
runt.
Remember recently there
Of
was
course,
a whole...
of course.
Aw.
So you grew up around animals a lot. You seem to love animals. This
I
is
do,
right
I
up your
do.
alley, Sue. Sue's like an animal lover
I
as
love
well.
animals more than humans.
How many baby
Oh.
goats did you hug?
Honestly, I feel like I've only done it once growing up. You know what I mean? I'm like, I hugged an alpaca in California a couple of years ago, but nothing like this experience. I feel like,
And I feel like that's like the kind of upbringing that kids need to have, you know, like to make you really love nature, love animals. It just makes you a better person. I'm speaking in generalities, right? But so then you grew up in Mongolia, you visited the countryside quite a bit. Did you go to university in Mongolia as well, or did you come to Korea for uni?
I came to Korea for uni.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just
yes.
saw that video you posted. Someone sent you like an animation.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What is the story behind
Oh, so
that?
okay. Actually, right after high school graduation, I was planning to study abroad, but for one semester I stayed in Mongolia, and I attended a university in Mongolia, National University of Mongolia. And then I think at the time I used to spend a lot of time with my friends at this like a center area of city, and like people would like skateboard and everything. And then when I come to Korea 6 years later, this guy like reached out to me and he's like, hey, like I had a crush like a lot in college, like when you were leaving Mongolia.
Whoa.
And I didn't have I couldn't have a courage to like talk to you. So I made this animation, and then he sent it to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
It's really cute and it's really heartfelt. It's like an animation of a guy who basically sees a cute girl on a skateboard and then like falls in love with her, and it ends with her like on an airplane smirking outside the window. But it's so funny because the way he animated that girl really does look like your smirk. Like your smirk is iconic, you know?
Right.
I mean, how does that feel getting that kind of that's like a real love letter. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's like that took hours of his life. And he probably thought about it a lot. Are you still friends with this person, or was it just a passing thing?
I actually have no idea about this person. Like this
You don't
person,
remember this person.
I don't even know his face. I don't know his name.
Oh,
I
did he
rem-
reach out on Instagram or something?
I think
DM'd you
so.
this like love letter, basically.
Right, like-
That's wild.
And that was like almost like 6 years ago, and his account just disappeared, and I just don't know where he is now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh my God.
But I have to still have the video.
It's a really, it's such a, the closest thing I have is like my sister had a guy in college that like had a huge crush on her, and he sent her like a booklet when they graduated of like basically him confessing his love. But it was
Like
he
a
spent
collage, like a photo book. Or
yeah,
something?
like kind of creepy, honestly.
a stalker.
Yeah, kind of stalker. And then
Yeah.
I was just like, who does this? Like, and my reaction was like, this guy's weird, but
I feel like that kind of thing can go two ways.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah.
it's like, aw, or like
It's like,
super
oh,
creepy.
Yeah,
like-
it's like you.
Yeah.
You know?
Wait, Jay, have you ever done like a big romantic gesture?
No, I thought
That's
about.
surprising.
I've thought about it, but you know, I don't think I ever got the courage to actually like do something crazy like that.
Would you say, Ninj, that back in your hometown, I guess, so you grew up in the city, right? The capital city. So it must be pretty big, but were you like, I guess, popular in high school, like well known among the people there? Like, did you just kind of fly under the radar? Or even more, like, why did you come to Korea for uni instead of staying in Mongolia?
I was just a normal kid, but like in high school, like I went to same school from elementary to high school.
Was it an
So-
international school?
It was actually a public school. Yeah, I grew up in this town, and then my grandpa was really well known in that town, like district area. And then people were like, elder people would be really nice to me because of my grandpa, and then teachers would know my dad and my uncle because we all went to same high school.
Oh, wow.
Even my mom, so my teachers would know like my whole family, you know.
Yeah.
So it was nice, and I think because I spent a lot of years in the same high school, like kids would know me, and like just I was well known for studying hard. Like I have like thick glasses. I actually have a LASIK surgery here.
Yeah.
So like they would like, oh, the nerd girl.
No, that's true, because that was one of the first things I learned about you, Ninj, when we met, is that you're kind of a nerd. You're really smart, and you studied, what is it? It's some sort of biology, but is it like genetics, or is it?
It's a biomedical engineering, but in
yeah.
grad school, I'm more like, it was still biomedical engineering, but what I did was my research was more related to genetic engineering, yeah, CRISPR stuff, like
Whoa.
right.
That's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
That's pretty heavy.
Really interesting.
Do you then coming to Korea was just to get your education, but it sounds like you stayed here ever since you came, right?
Right. The second question I forgot to answer. Yeah, the reason I come to Korea, I always wanted to study abroad because when I was back in high school, when I tell people like I want to be a biomedical engineer, like people would be like, my grandpa would be like, what is that?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
why would you like engineer bio? What does it mean? Instead of you could be just doctor, like you know. And then actually we didn't have a department for that anyway.
Yeah.
So like
You guys had like animal biology,
like
goat
just
studies,
general
maybe?
biology,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
agriculture or like plant microbiology, like yeah. And then I always wanted to go to the States. And I don't know, like America seems fun, you know?
Yeah.
So I was studying hard to learn English and everything. But tuition fee is so expensive there.
Yeah, for sure.
So I had a really good opportunity here in Korea, like full ride scholarship program, like taking all the exams and interviews. So it was lucky enough for me to come here. So that's how I came here.
Are you
Yeah.
fluent in Korean?
My Korean is good.
I think yours is way better than mine. Yeah,
Oh, I-
that's why I thought you were half Korean. But I was like, no, she's
okay.
full Mongolian. did you know a lot about Korean culture before you came here then, or because I can't imagine you being like, I want to go to Korea because of the K-pop. That's not your style, right?
Right,
So was
right.
it just kind of like Korea's a modern Asian country? It seems like something you can still navigate easily, or why Korea versus say Hong Kong or a more global city?
Right. Like, to be honest, like, I have no like idea of what is Korea it looks like. Like, I had Korean food in my life once before I came here, and then I remember when we went to this restaurant called Seoul Restaurant in Ulaanbaatar. It was my friend's birthday, and we had this like huge Korean dish and food, and I couldn't smell kimchi, and I was like, why people would eat this? And then someone gave me this like cake. They say rice
Oh,
cake.
Yeah.
And I had that. It was so good. And then I never had that after that. And I'm like, I always wanted to have that cake thing, but I didn't know what was the name. Then when it comes to Korea, I'm like, wow, this is cool. I love kimchi now, though.
Wait, do the Mongolians
right.
not do is rice not a big part of the diet?
No.
Huh.
So it's because
Interesting.
Mongolia is super cold. Like I don't know in Fahrenheit, but it like the temperature drops to like minus 40 degrees Celsius. So like it's so hard to maintain agriculture and
Yeah.
like grow certain part of
Yeah.
plants.
What do you guys normally eat then? Is it a lot of dried meats or cured meats or
Right.
something? Yeah.
Or like root veggies. Like is that how you say
root
it?
vegetables,
Right. Like
yeah.
root things
I
like
see.
potatoes, carrots, because they grow well even it's cold.
So let's get into the biomedical like engineering stuff because I remember a few years ago when I first met you, I think you were still in your master's program, but then you went to the States. I remember you being like, I'm moving to LA. I was like, oh my God, I'm so jealous. Like, have fun. But then you returned. Was that for work that you moved out there for, or what's the story behind that?
Sure. I think at the time when we were meeting, maybe I was working at my first company.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I was still scientist. Like we call it application specialist. So it's like you do science stuff, but like helping clients to do experiments or just like provide technical support. That's what I was doing at this like DNA sequencing company. So like we would like receive the patient samples and then run the sequencing and analyze the data, and then you have this code.
I remember seeing some of it. I
Yeah.
was like, it's like all A's and T's and
Right,
you know what I mean? I
right.
was just like,
Like,
damn, this
in-
is real science.
True. In coding, like you have 2 digits. Like in DNA, you have four letters, right? So I was doing that, and then I always wanted to go check out California.
I remember
know?
you saying
right,
that,
Right.
yeah.
I was always like, I really like American culture, especially like just in California, like skate culture and everything. And it was just interesting. And luckily enough, like I was applying for jobs and got a job offer at the UCLA Health, the hospital.
Nice.
So it was like a visiting research scholar program. So I got a full-time job offer and went there.
That's so badass, dude. That's crazy.
How long was your stint there? Like a year or?
I was supposed to go there like, basically I was moving there forever for good.
That's what I remember you telling me. I was like, bye, Ninj.
Yeah, like I remember I was like telling my mom like I never really liked Mongolia because of the weather, because it's so cold and I always wanted to escape to somewhere warmer, you know. But in Korea it's still cold.
Yes.
So I was telling my
Yes.
mom, okay, finally I'm going to LA. I don't need my winter clothes, and I was like throwing away everything, and then went to LA. The job was nice. I liked what I did, and people were nice. My coworkers were nice. Only the
The drawback.
salary.
Oh, you weren't getting paid.
Yes, it was really bad.
Yeah.
And I think in LA, as a foreigner, and especially as a Mongolian, and a single person, I think I almost paid like 36% of tax. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
What? That's-
36
Yes.
though on
And
like a
Koreans-
researcher salary. That's crazy.
Right.
What were some of the cool things that you guys were doing with CRISPR? Because CRISPR, when I think of CRISPR, I think of like you're playing God, like you're creating an abomination against nature, like it isn't right, it's unethical. But maybe you can educate me on like I mean, obviously I'm being a little jokey. CRISPR has potential to remove deleterious diseases and like congenital diseases, like really help people. Are we at the stage where you can actually remove, a gene for Alzheimer's? Are we there yet, or
Yes, we are already there.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I think there's like misconception among people, like when they don't really know science well, they're like, oh, you're playing with the God. You're not supposed to like edit genes. Like human beings are supposed to be in that way. But I feel like CRISPR is like actually a tool. You're not editing human genome. You're actually like the genes are still there, but you use CRISPR to like edit the part of the translation. So like, how can I explain? There's a DNA. It's coding our information, but the actual function, like why we have diseases, why we talk, why we look like this, is protein. Protein makes the rule. Protein makes the function. And we're basically like when protein A does this job, protein B does this job. Sometimes they make mistakes, and we're like just helping and guiding that using CRISPR activation system. So we're not like playing with the genome itself.
It's more like turning off maybe a gene.
Right. Turning on and off, switching
I
it.
see.
It's different than what is GMO, like genetically modified organism. It's different than that.
Yeah, and it's funny because I told Ninj, I was like, I'm gonna ask you to explain science to us like we're idiots, and you did a really good job.
That was great.
Thank
Yeah,
you
we're
so
like,
much.
oh.
I'm like, I think I get it now.
Those are the mechanics. Cool.
Are you still in? You just said you quit your job. Were you working for another biomedical company before now, or what were you doing?
It's confidential.
Oh,
I'm just
really?
kidding. I'm just kidding. I had this huge dream since when I was middle school kid. I always wanted to work at NASA as a biotechnologist or like just do something related to bio. But I thought that pathway was too far away for me, and I just like kind of gave up on it and then just choose biomedical engineering. But I always wanted to do something related to space. And when I was in undergrad, I actually reached out to this professor, and I was only freshman student. I'm like, hey, I want to work at your lab. And he's like, okay, but you're too young. Like the freshman students usually don't come in. I'm like, I have an idea. And he's like, what is it? And I'm like, have you ever heard of a microgravity? And he's like, okay, tell me more about it. And I'm like, NASA tried to grow cancer cells in microgravity environment. So they tried to build this little bioreactor, and then mimicking the microenvironment in the space. And then like when you're in space, they recognize that cancers are actually like just any cells. It's almost mimicking our body because cells are in our body. It's in the 3D, right? It's like floating and then have a space.
It's kind of it's not affected by gravity in the same way that we're affected by gravity.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. But when you do cell research, you extract the cells and put it on a petri dish, and it's basically on a dish on a 2D. Yeah. So I suggest the idea. Unfortunately, creating microgravity on the Earth is like impossible by a freshman student.
Yeah.
But instead of it, I was like, my professor was like, let's do hypergravity, and we're just like spinning
Spin
the
it super
bioreactor
fast.
so fast
Yeah.
and then checking how cells were like differentiating and growing differently. So that was fun.
I see. So,
Yeah.
so then the last company you were with was an offshoot of that research, basically.
So my last company was doing like more related to like new drug development. But now the new company that I'm doing is like related to space. So we're
Did you
trying.
watch Project Hail Mary?
Oh my god, I love that movie.
It was so good, right?
I think it's like science-wise, there were like funny things going on, like not inaccurate, but I think it's still hilarious. I
Dude,
laughed
he's
a lot.
able to like take a sample and just like spin it through
Right.
a
Spoiler
thing,
alert,
and he's
spoiler
like, "We did it." I'm like, "That's definitely not how science works." But yeah, whatever. Also, when he's like, "We need to be in a zero light condition," he just uses duct tape. I was like, "Also, that's not how science works." Anyway, sorry guys.
It was a funny movie.
It was a very fun movie.
Yeah,
I feel like all the Andy Weir movies, The Martian, and now this one, it's like it makes science approachable because like in theory these are how scientists work. It's just happening very quickly, and all the characters in his movies get lucky and it works. Which is like most of science is like doesn't work.
Right.
Keep trying and trying. But yeah, I loved that movie.
Amazing.
Yeah, we gotta.
Okay, so I don't mean to pivot and I don't want to focus too much on this, but I am fascinated, right? So being smart is one attribute, but being beautiful is another, right? And do you find that those two things are sometimes in conflict with each other, maybe in professional settings or otherwise?
Sorry, is that a question for me?
Yes. What do you think? How do you feel about it? So like okay,
Like, no, I'll simplify it. I'll simplify it. Like, if you're like, hey, professor, I did this thing, and he's like, great, Ninj, I love it, it's brilliant. Is there ever a part of you that's like, no, seriously, read my paper, like, let me know,
I had
or do you think that you're
experience like
getting some
that.
sort of like, privilege, right?
There are like pros and cons. I wouldn't say I'm like a beautiful woman and smart and then
We have some YouTube comments. Oh, I'll read them later. We have a YouTube comment that begs otherwise.
But
yeah.
I think, especially in college, like, it's like a engineering department, and sometimes I would take like engineering calculus or quantum physics, and it's just like 2 or 3 female students and all guys. And then, there are benefits being a woman, and especially like maybe like a little bit like using your charm and things you could be. But sometimes it's like when I'm being serious, like I feel like sometimes like guys would like, not ignoring, but I feel like, are you listening or are you just staring?
You're like,
there were
CRISPR,
moments like
cool,
that.
cool,
And a company, for example, like when I have meetings, it's usually like a C-level meetings, and like at my previous company, it will be like big companies or like big pharmas or investor meeting all together, and C-level people would be there. And when I talk, I feel like people would judge you based on like, oh, you're young, beautiful woman. Like, what are you doing here? Like that. And I'm like, listen, I'm talking another thing. Why you're like just
Yeah. And then kind of dovetailing off of that, do you like when you're out there going on dates, for instance, like you kind of referenced it earlier, but do you feel like guys kind of are like, oh yeah, that's cool, like that's, or even worse, they're like trying to mansplain back to you, like your own industry, like it's CRISPR, like like I know all about it. I read an article in the New York Times, like because as a guy, I think I've been guilty of that when I was dating, of like, oh yeah, I think I understand your industry or your field, and not trying to mansplain or talk over, but I just feel like sometimes it might be hard when you're dating to like be appreciated for your ideas, like on par with like your charisma or whatever it is. Have you found that to be the case, especially in Korea, which is such a, let's face it, a very superficial sort of driven country? Have you found that to be your experience?
So you're.
I'm asking you basically, are Korean men just like total dicks to you and not respecting your intelligence?
Okay. I think I had experience like that.
You've dated Korean guys.
Yeah, I
Well,
did.
I feel like your ex wasn't Korean though.
So I feel like if a guy is like really like conservative. like super really Korean guy, I find it really hard to date.
Yeah.
But if someone who's dated overseas or speak English and like a little bit more like open-minded about things, then it's easier. So I think the guys that I dated, they were like stayed in overseas or Korean American, so which was easier to communicate. I feel like. Back to your question, I think I had experience like that, but I can't recall. But like I noticed one time there was this guy, like, I think I can tell he doesn't know what is CRISPR. But I think because before he's gonna see me, maybe he saw and did some research.
Yeah, he Googled it really quick.
And then when I like talk about something, so he's like, yeah, I know. I know. It's like
He's
that.
like,
It's
CRISPR,
like that.
it's a groundbreaking technology that might change the face of disease prevention as we know it.
He's like reading off
But it has
ChatGPT.
ethical considerations that we must be cognizant of. Yeah.
Like, yes, he's basically like, oh, science is easy, even though I'm not a scientist. If I wanted to be a scientist, I could be like,
Oh my
since like women like you can do it, but, like I can easily do
so
it. Like he gave me a vibe like that, but I just like kind of ignored it. Yeah.
Never saw him again. Are you single or dating right now? Can we ask that question?
I'm single now. Yeah.
Go off, Sue. Ask your series of questions.
I was gonna be
You got a
like,
follow up?
so the audience knows.
No. We're not pimping Ninj out. That's not our platform. And also, I'm sure Ninj has no trouble meeting men. If anything, you must have to like, I don't know, do all the tricks to like avoid unwanted attention. I assume. I wouldn't know. But Sue, I mean, you used to be really pretty when we first met, so
She's so beautiful. What are you talking about?
I'm joking.
So uncalled
I'm
for.
joking.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
This is the type of male toxic behavior we do
Exactly.
not allow in
My bad.
2026.
But you must have learned how to like avoid, sending unwanted signals or like letting someone know.
No
off
one's
the
sending
bat.
unwanted signals. If it sounds like you're, yeah.
Wait, what is it exactly?
No, so what I mean is like, yeah. Let me clarify. It's like you must have learned over the years to like to make it very clear that hey, we're just friends, and like maybe like saying that you're down to go to their house and like
like
drink a
friend
beer.
zoning.
Yeah. Or like even more, it's like if you know someone's kind of into you, I guess, and trying to be nice about it, but not reject them outright, but like let them know like like I'm not super interested. Like it might be like, hey, do you want to get dinner or something? And be like, oh yeah, maybe I'll bring my friend or bring my roommate. I'm sure you must have learned a lot of tricks like that.
It's actually something. Sue, are you good at it? Like,
I act like a boy. That's what I do.
That's Sue does
Yeah.
act like
so if you're not interested in someone, would you like just like tell him?
If I was not,
If
Not
someone
interested
was like,
in, like-
I like you, would you just like straight up be like,
yeah, I usually tell them, yeah, no, I'm okay. Yeah.
I can vouch. I think
That's
Sue has done that before.
That's good.
It's pretty
I
funny.
think it's actually interesting because I'm still like, learning and trying to like be more. I think I'm a really friendly person. I have a hard time to like if I don't really like something, I just like tell it. Like I'll be honest with it. I don't like unfair things, so I'll be like straightforward.
Yes.
But if someone is being too nice to me and saying like I like you and everything, and I'm like, hey dude, just go away. I don't like you. I can't do that. I'm like, okay. Like maybe next time. I don't know. Like I kind of like try to friend zone, but maybe
Yeah.
because I'm friendly, they don't like get the signal. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to be more straightforward about it. But
Yeah.
It's
that's
hard.
something
Yeah,
I'd imagine.
I can imagine it being hard. Do you feel like you have a good idea of when someone is interested in you?
I think I kind of like get a
We
sense.
have like an
yeah,
instinct.
yeah,
You
like
can
woman
tell.
instinct. yeah.
Anyone,
Okay,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys know.
I think it's
Yeah.
guys are really dumb, and it's so obvious
That's
when a
true.
guy is
I'm just
into a
kidding.
girl. I really think so. When I revisit all like the crushes I had, and when I thought I was being like suave or cool, no way, dude. There's no way because like even the fact that you're like trying to hit them up randomly is like such a clear sign that you have ulterior motives, right? Wait, what's the last date you went on, Ninj? I'm curious because I can't imagine. Are you on apps? Do you or like
No,
yeah,
no.
right?
Tell us about your dating life.
Yeah, give us
get into it.
give us like a terrible date story, please.
A terrible date story. So I uploaded dating apps before, and my last relationship was like I actually met my ex-boyfriend on dating app. And I wouldn't say dating app was a bad experience, but I think it's just like there are not many good people on dating app. I feel like, but it's also at the same time when like
Jay is panicking because he's like fuck, dude, gotta get off the apps.
But then also like in like everyday life, like I probably same for you guys. Like I'm just too busy. Like go to work, come home, go to workout, and then come home.
Yeah.
And
Right,
there's
it's like,
there's
where do you-
basically no
where do you
chance to
meet?
meet a guy.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, dating app is the fastest option. You know,
to, like have a
was.
dinner lined up. Yeah.
Right.
I remember a friend of mine, we actually like ran into each other on a dating app and then just kind of like reflected on that experience. And they were saying that they had the feature where they can see everyone that liked them. And within like 24 hours of them downloading the app, they had like something like
1,000.
like literally like
Yeah.
1,000
That's-
likes.
They
which,
do that on purpose. Yeah.
which is insane.
Can I
And
be honest?
so-
When I was back on Tinder, I paid for that feature, and I
yeah.
had like 6, and they were all people. I was like, I am so not attracted to you. This is the worst. This is like confirming my worst fear.
yeah.
But they do that for women,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because so that the woman has see all the
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it's
But
this-
I can only imagine 1,000 likes. How can you possibly like filter through all of these?
Yeah.
Mostly
because
shitty
you have to find out who like among those 1,000 guys is like chill, open-minded, like
Not a serial killer.
Yeah, not a serial killer.
Not
like,
a
appreciates your
mansplainer.
brain.
Oh,
like,
now
yeah.
I
Not a
remember
toxic
the
piece of
worst
shit.
date.
There we go.
Great.
There we go.
Let's hear it.
I dated Ted Bundy.
I'm ready.
Okay, before talking about that, like maybe back to the dating app. After my last relationship, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna be on dating app anymore because I'm not rushing for anything. I feel like maybe if genuine connection is supposed to happen, it naturally should happen. So I don't like desperately like looking for someone.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're looking for something, it's really hard to find.
Right.
Yeah, so I was just like, but back in when I was using dating app, I remember two of my coworker Korean Americans. They were really close to me, so we would like show dating apps to each other. Like, and then one time I was like checking the dating app, and then I think they noticed, and they're like, "Whoa, Ninj, chill," and they're like, "What?" And it's like, my friend, he came and he's like, do all women do that? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, your finger was just like, just
Yeah.
you didn't even like scroll to the right. You were like just left. Like, have you even like pay attention like for a second? And I'm
Read
like,
their bio, Ninj. Yeah. Look inside their hearts. Ninj.
Yeah, and it's the opposite for men. They're just like,
Yeah, no, the
other
game
way.
theory for men is swipe right on everyone.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Because you were saying, okay, I feel like you dated like a lot of Kyopos and like Western people. Have you ever dated like a Korean guy or gone on a date? I'm sure you've gone on a date with a Korean guy, right?
Is that going to segue perfect?
Ninja's like,
Deepest sigh.
he's like, you mean Kanuk? That motherfucker?
well, I have no like, I'm not against like Korean men, but I think maybe I had experience. I just can't remember. When I feel like I am a person who, if something wasn't really like pleasing or nice, I just forgot it, and then I can remember.
Dude, that's so funny. My wife is the same way.
Really?
She will literally forget an unpleasant experience. And I'm like, what's
Yeah, there's a good and bad. The bad is like when second time happens, like you have
forgot.
Like, yeah, you forgot. Yeah,
You have no reference point.
Right, no
You're like,
reference
wait,
data.
Kanuk, have we met before? I can't remember.
But also,
right.
it's good for self-preservation, right? So you can kind of just be like,
I think keeping your peace as a woman is also just like it's way more complicated.
yeah.
So like for me personally, I think I like interesting people, like funny people, and I think a lot of Korean men are really like maybe shy and they just don't want to make mistake or maybe try to be more like a gentleman. So maybe not many fun or interesting guys. I don't know.
Very nice way of saying they're just not funny.
They
or
suck.
I need like someone who's weird. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
this person is so interesting. He's odd. Like he's like quirky. Like I don't know. Like there should be something
Yeah.
abnormal. I don't know.
No, that
know what I mean?
tracks because Ninja, you are weird, but in the best way possible. Like you're not like just you're weird, but I like it about you.
So there were guys into me that super like Korean like people, and then asked me out for a date. And then there was one time, this guy, when you talk about serial killer, I actually remember this, but it wasn't like date. But he asked me out like, I want to see you and maybe offer you coffee and walk your dog together. Is that okay? And then I say yes. And then this person, I saw it at my friend's birthday party, and he was just sitting in the corner doing nothing. And I thought that was really kind of interesting. So I just went there and like, are you okay? And he was like, there was like a red balloon in the party room. So I grabbed one and I gave it to him. That's just happened, but I wasn't interested in him. But I was just wanted to like,
You're checking in on him, being
Right.
like, yeah.
And that was like 2 months before, and 2 months later on my Instagram, someone sent me a photo. It's like when I checked his Instagram or her Instagram account, there was no photo. He just followed one person, and it was me. And then he sent me this photo of have you ever seen this photo, like a little girl trying to reach to red
the
balloons?
Banksy.
Yeah, it's a
the
very
famous one,
one.
right?
Yeah.
There was just a message like that, and I was like, "What is this?" And then
So
it's also
cringy. Sorry.
right. It's also weird of me like answering to that. I sent a question mark because I was curious, and then
Dude, he's like, got her. Oh, she responded, dude. She's mine.
Oh,
and then
God.
this person was like in Korean. I don't know if you remember me, but like at this birthday party, you gave me a red balloon, and I just wanted to say thank you for that. And I'm like, huh? And I'm like, oh, that
yeah,
person.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, how did he find my Instagram?
yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, I kind of remember you. How are you? And I was like, you don't use Instagram? What is going on? And then he was like,
he made the account just to
right,
find you.
yeah. And he even told me that. And I'm like, okay. And he was like, I really wanted to thank you and kind of want to buy you a coffee. And I remember you were taking care of your friend's dog. And if that's okay, like, can I walk your dog with you? And I was like, okay. Because I wasn't thinking. The
No, for
problem
sure.
is like,
Ninja has you have an
You're
innocence
very
about you
kind.
too.
Yeah.
And
You
you're
need
like,
a little
yeah,
more.
sure. And maybe we
Yeah.
can get dinner afterwards.
Yeah.
And hey, fuck it, sleep over at my house.
not
Whatever.
that far. Hey,
I'm
not,
just joking,
not
I'm
that
just
far.
joking.
But I wasn't considering as a date.
Yeah.
I wasn't really interested in him, but I think I was like maybe like curious about the person, not as a man, but maybe as a person because he was quiet there. Maybe he was going through something. Maybe I wanted to, like maybe help. I don't know. I was just like that. And then he came. We were walking my dog towards Namsan, and then there's a like really like nice area. You can just like let the dog off the leash and run in a little forest area. And then he sit down, and then he started like, using the stone and like trying to, what do you call it, like
Scoop?
scooping the soil
So,
with the
okay.
stone.
He was like, okay.
And
He was
So
using
he
the
was
stone.
digging. He was
Yeah,
digging a grave.
Oh,
He was digging a little.
digging his own grave.
yeah, I was like in my mind, I was like, he's
It's
probably
weird,
going through
yeah.
something.
Aw.
And then he was like, you know what? And I was like, huh? And he's like, you're really tiny and small. You know that? And I'm like,
What?
yeah, I think so. And he's like, if I were a killer, it would be easy for me
No.
to chop your limbs to the 4 parts and like maybe put you in a luggage. It would be so easy to carry around because I feel like what are you, like only like 40 something?
Oh my
40,
God.
40 kilo? And I was
Who
kind of
is this
scared.
guy? We need to identify him
Kind of
right
scared.
now.
I'm scared.
I'm coming
terrible
for
sign.
you.
But I didn't want to show him that I was scared, right?
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh yeah, have you done that? And he's like looked at me, he was like smiling, and he's like, do I look like a killer? And I was like, are you? And he's like, no, I was just thinking about it.
Whoa.
And I was like,
Ninja. That's
and then like a few minutes later, I was just be quiet because if I talk, like he probably know I was scared or something. So I was just
Yeah.
quiet, like, and then I'm like, you know what? Let's go down. My dog needs to go home. And he's
Yeah.
like, okay, I can drop you at your home. And I'm like, no, it's okay.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wait.
Does he know where you live?
No,
right?
no, no, yeah.
You're like, no,
No,
you do
no.
not need to drop me off.
We
And
need
then
to
the
put this
scary
guy
thing-
on blast because
scary
he's a
thing-
danger. Yeah.
When I got back home, I was like, okay, I immediately need to block this guy, And then I tried to find his account. It was disappeared.
Dude.
And I never seen that guy again.
Jay is so worried right
This
now.
is fucked up.
That's
This is so
crazy.
fucked up, honestly.
Who says that? I mean, like, even as a
Oh,
joke,
I've-
who says that? That's so nuts.
That's
to
so
me.
crazy.
I have put some men on blast for saying on purpose
Yeah.
ridiculous
I
things.
thought you
like
were gonna say I put some men in suitcases, but yeah.
that. Would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone say that,
That
to
guy,
Yeah.
you, whoever you
Yeah.
are,
Jeez.
Oh my God.
be scared.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucked up. I'm sorry that you had to go through
is-
that.
that is
yeah.
so
terrible.
fucked.
After that, I'm like, okay, there's a reason why Koreans make really good like serial killer movies,
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
no,
It's
it's,
so
true though.
true,
we have some
though.
like dark ass
Really
stuff.
dark.
online.
But that's
so messed up.
Also, imagining that guy being like, "This is gonna get her. She's gonna be so into me
She's
when
gonna
I
be
ask
so
her."
turned on when I tell her
I
I'm
wanna kill her.
imagining literally cutting you up into pieces. That's
It
crazy.
is so crazy. Okay.
God.
Well, speaking of crazy, I want to pivot a little bit. Okay, that's also that's
Christ.
probably the craziest story I've ever heard from like a dating story perspective. But let's
Yeah.
pivot to Okay, so Ninj, there are times that you pop up on my feed. And because you're promoting your friend's new brand, or you're doing like a clothing thing for your friends in Mongolia, or you even worked with our friend Jiwon on his toilet paper brand. Very nice of you. So I know that you get hit up to do influencer stuff, right? But the YouTube series that you were invited to be on, which is like, I guess, the guess the Asian nationalities thing. Have you guys seen this video?
Ooh, no.
It's like in the same ilk of like Asian boss content, where it's like get a bunch of Asians in the same room and have them guess each other's nationalities. I watched it a long time ago when it first aired, and I revisited it just for this interview. And I looked at the comments, and I saw this comment that was so crazy. I'm going to read it out loud. I know you know what I'm talking about, okay? So the comment goes, I am Mongolian, and I should point out that the Mongolian girl in this video is the epitome of traditional Mongolian beauty. She has perfectly balanced bronze olive skin, a tall straight nose, well-sculpted cheekbones that are defined without being overwhelming, rich wavy dark hair, piercing almond-shaped dark eyes, and an elongated neck and broad shoulders. Her ancestry is most likely from the Gobi Desert region, such as Bayan Kongar, or where these features are very common. She would have been the poster child of beauty in Mongolia up until the early 2000s. So, what is it like to know that someone has said that about you? Because that's the most insane compliment to get. It's like, you are Miss Mongolia.
Yes,
basically.
that's what I'm saying. But also, why only up till early 2000s? That's such
Also
a
in the
random...
most like eugenics, like
Yes, it's
Nazi
like
kind
a-
of way.
yeah.
Well, the comment goes way longer to clarify. She is still gorgeous, and no one will argue otherwise. But Mongolian beauty standards have been shifting over the last 20 years due to K-pop influence. So I can think the comment is just saying you have a natural Mongolian essence to you.
I see.
How does it feel? Is it weird to read those kinds of comments?
I actually remembered the comment because it was really long.
Yeah, it was
and it
such
was
a long
also
comment.
talking about like ancestor and like how I look. So I found like when people talk about like ancestry and how Mongolia is originated and stuff, like I was like curious and read them. Like, but my friends would like, you don't read them, just ignore it, because sometimes people are mean. But like that one, I remember it, and I'm like, well, 50% accurate, but 50% no. But that person was really confident, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Like, for example, I don't have dark hair. I don't have dark eyes.
Yeah.
What else you say? Like, my ancestors are
Dude,
probably
he said
from...
your cheekbones are like high but not overwhelming. It's like, what the fuck does it even mean, dude? But it just strikes me as like a lot of people, like you and the Pakistani girl in that video, got so many compliments in the comments. I'm like, damn, that must be nice. Because I mean, now that we're on YouTube, Jay, I'm so worried that we're gonna get fucking eviscerated.
Roasted, yeah. Yeah.
Be
Is
nice,
it nice?
community.
It seems kind of like uncomfortable to read that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, no,
For
that's a
that
good-
one,
yeah.
I think, you know, like I've seen mean comments before, but it was like when I did a podcast with like Korean, it was different channel, right? Different people, but it was in Korean. So I did a podcast, the vlogging thing in Korean, and then like I was actually surprised like how many Mongolians gave like bad comments.
Why? Because you were speaking Korean?
Oh, yes,
Like you
they were like,
betrayed Mongolia.
yeah, like kind of like that. And she's probably in Korea with residence visa because she has a Korean husband or something like that, you know. And for that Asian thing, I also noticed like people would like be mean towards their own ethnicity, like their own people. But for that one, I was thankful because people were really nice and like they pointed out like
You
how
came off really well in the video. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there for the shooting, but the way they edited you, it's like, oh, this girl is like, she's smart, she's pretty. Like, you came off really well. So I was like, well, go Ninj. You know what I mean? And don't worry, we're gonna edit you in this podcast to come off really well too, despite all the fucked up things you said.
that's good.
We'll handle it in post.
But do you get invited to do a lot of crossover stuff? Because I just know I didn't even know this about you, but you do have a lot of followers on Instagram. Like 13,000 is a lot. I always assumed you had like 300, 3,000 maybe. I don't know, but you are kind of an influencer at this point. Do you get hit up regularly to do like brand activation stuff or promoting stuff?
I wouldn't call myself an influencer. I think I just generally think influencer is such a big word. For me, like influencer should be someone who influences other people in a good way, like maybe saving lives or like I don't know. so I can tell I'm an influencer.
Yeah.
I'm far away from that. I'm far away from model. I'm just someone who helps my friends brand and like do like a little bit funny stuff, and then some people recognize that and invite me over. So I'm thankful for that.
Have you ever been hit up by a company or something that you said no to? Have you ever said no to like a thing?
Yeah, those type of things. I'm like, why would you have multiple models and people, but you don't know their value and what, you just don't know the selling point of that person. Like, why would you sell 10% for a brightening cream?
Yeah.
You know
Oh
what
yeah,
I
you
mean?
can get a commission. You're saying by selling some of the brightening
Yeah,
cream.
yeah. So if an agency knows their models like well, like have to like show that, then I will work with. But I feel like a lot of agencies don't really have senses. I don't know. I just like my friends.
Yeah,
They know me
yeah.
well.
You're like,
No, for
I'm
sure.
doing it to support my
Right,
community.
right.
Got it.
Sure. Yeah, Sue's a voice model.
You have a beautiful voice.
No, I'm not.
Sue's a voice model
Aaron
for
just
Samsung.
likes to make things up. I'm
not making things up.
I
It
can
is
see
true.
Sue
Yes.
becoming a really like
Dude, for sure.
actress.
Oh, no way.
You could be on Beast.
now Ninj is making things
Definitely
up.
not. That's
Ninj is
not
making
even
things.
true.
She's trying to be nice to you,
No,
Sue.
seriously. Seriously.
But so, do you like? How did you end up growing a following on Instagram? Like, you don't want to be. You're not really identifying yourself as like an influencer, but somehow you do have like a big following, probably because you've been supporting your friends and like people, and you have this unique story, right? Would you ever be interested in doing like becoming like a bio, like a micro influencer?
Yeah,
Because that's
science
like a thing right
girl.
now. I feel like that could be kind of hot,
For sure.
So this is also interesting. My Instagram account was like it was a private account, and there was like this time. So my uncle, he's a music producer in Mongolia, and he was like bringing up this new singer. She has a beautiful voice, but she's too shy to be on her music video. And he's like, "Hey Ninj, you know what? Can you be the model?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Please, I have no money." And I'm like, "So what do you want me to do?" And he's like, "You know a lot of like friends who do like video shooting and stuff. Or you can just use your phone. I don't know, do just something cool. You can do whatever." And I edit the video. And I
So
was
you
like,
pretend to be the
So
singer,
like a
basically.
Milli Vanilli kind of type
yeah,
deal,
not the singer, but like I was just
But
like,
you're
was the
modeling the
actor.
video.
yeah,
Yeah.
modeling, yeah. She used a lot of like female models for her music video. It's just a single person
interesting.
coming up and dancing and stuff. And at the time, I was just reaching out my friend, "Hey, you know what? Do you have your camera right now? Let's go out and shoot some stuff." And then we just started like shooting in the HPC. I'm just walking, like doing stuff and send it to him. And then he made the music video, and I'm just with the training pants. And then apparently maybe someone asked, "Who's this girl?" And then someone posted my Instagram. And then one time I woke up and I was like, 1K, and next year like 2K. And I'm like, I couldn't. I'm like, okay, let me just make it public maybe. And then it becomes 5K. And then brands approached, and then it started like growing.
Interesting. So it only really took that one
It's
breakthrough.
the music video in
We're
HBC
gonna make a
featuring.
music video.
All right, Jay, get ready.
And then at the time, I didn't really post, and like I would just post my, like girls what they do, like post cute photos, pretty photos of me. But then people would like started like sending me on my stories, because sometimes I post stories of like dogs or just stupid things, and then people are like, "Hey, I followed you because of you, and then you're wasting my time. Like, do
Jesus
something
Christ.
meaningful." And I'm like, what?
the-
Like,
God.
so
I see.
I started
They
noticing
wanted more sexy
Yes.
photos or something.
Yeah, I think they wanted more like me showing my face.
Yeah,
and
they're like, we don't want to see your dog Mocha, dude.
Like, stop posting Mocha.
yeah.
So I started like maybe doing some fun stuff. Anyway, I like edit videos and things
Yeah.
like that. So just do fun things.
I mean, you have a good amount of like organic followers, and you haven't like tried that hard to grow it. You know what I mean? So maybe the side dish is gonna be the jumping off point for A whole new era.
micro influencer.
Micro-influencer, Ninja's new bio micro-influencer.
I
era.
love everything micro, like microscope, like look through
Don't
it.
make the joke.
Oh, I heard it. It was
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
You
yeah.
didn't say it, but
I said the
heard
quiet
it.
part out loud.
Yeah,
okay?
you
Yeah.
did. You did.
We'll end on your dog Mocha. You have the
Yes,
cutest
cute.
dog.
Yeah.
He is a he?
She
She is adorable. And she
right.
and
Is she a
so
hot
yeah.
dog?
Yeah.
Dachshund? Oh my gosh. What's Mocha's personality like
Oh,
as a dachshund?
I heard a lot like she's really like me.
Okay.
Like
that's what I
like
was gonna
people
say. I
would
think
like
she is
say
like
like
you.
you know how dog owners are like their dogs. Like I heard that a lot. Like when I'm walking with Mocha, like there were like a couple of times like Korean ajumoni to come to me and like 너무 닮았어. Like your eyes are look alike. Like or my friends would like look at my dog when she has zoomies or going crazy. They're like. Ninj, why is she acting like you?
Yeah,
Like
she's acting
that.
crazy.
Right,
No,
right.
I get the impression that Mocha is just like you.
Yeah,
For
she
sure.
also
Right,
reads
right.
like biochem papers.
Oh
all the
yeah,
time.
she's like doing like at nighttime,
Yeah,
scientist by night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 She skis.
Does she?
Yeah,
She can
yeah.
push.
Yeah, like
She is you.
I.
That's wild.
So it's crazy. I think I'm good at training dogs because, as I mentioned before, like my friend asked me to take care of his dog. One time he was like, "Can my dog stay with you for a week?" And then he actually literally run away for a month.
Oh my god.
So I was like, I like to skate. I'm not good at it, but I like to go out and everything. But I felt bad for the dog, so I brought his dog with me, and I'm like, hey, you know what? Maybe I can train her. And
Yeah.
I'm like bringing a snack and like, go skate.
Yeah.
And then
Push,
I
push.
taught that.
What?
cute.
That's so cute. I
would
can't
love
even
to-
imagine.
Yeah, I can't imagine the patience that it takes to teach a dog to do anything.
You
let
could
alone
probably do
skate.
it though, with treats and patience and
True,
some
true.
time.
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
Any lingering questions, guys? This has been a very fun episode.
Yeah.
Any lingering questions for Ninj?
Oh, I mean,
Jay, you've been really quiet after
Yeah.
I talk about that guy, that story.
so yeah, I'm still processing.
Oh yeah, he looked really disturbed when you told that
Yeah,
story.
yeah.
Well, I watched this show called Nanan Solo. Do you know? It's a Korean dating show, but this behavior I don't think is uncommon. Maybe the serial killer part is a little wild, but just the obsessiveness and like scary behavior, I can see that happening. And I was like going back to this one person in a season that I was just watching, and I was like,
Oh,
I
that's why.
told you-
Oh
I
yeah,
told you
he's been
about-
telling me
yeah.
about this. Like, they're just awful
just
men on the
crazy.
show.
What the fuck?
I just
crazy
feel like
people.
we need to honestly like socialize like men in Korea.
Like, how to
We
have a
need to-
normal conversation?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
literally, I feel like this like male loneliness epidemic or whatever. I'm just like, yo, like go outside, people.
Yeah,
like, please
yeah.
stop creeping girls out.
I have a question for you guys though. Have you had a stalker in Korea?
No.
Oh, I mean,
So, hey, surprisingly, no.
yes.
I have not. No.
So I think you had.
I've had stalking experiences, yes, in the past, but like now, definitely, no one would fuck with me now. I'm
Sue's
pretty scary.
she's scary. She's
I'm pretty scary.
Yeah.
But because of that, I think I talk about it very like openly. But you should be careful for sure
Wait,
because
did
that
you have
is
one?
a big thing.
That's the thing I was curious. Like I had like stalkers in Korea, and I thought like maybe it's common in Korea for women
it
to
is.
have.
It is. I
I've
think
It
heard-
is.
Yeah,
It's
I've
actually
had
quite
multiple
common.
friends have that.
That's so
experience.
fucked
Like
up.
kind of like both ways too.
Yeah, yeah,
Sometimes
both
like I've
ways.
heard it the other
Right,
girl
exactly, yeah,
stalker.
yeah,
You know.
Sure, sure.
So that's a funny thing. I did. I was like,
Yes.
I
That's
tried
not
anime.
surprising.
Like
Yeah.
I've I'm actually really like I am into sports. I love like learning things, and I grew up as like a tomboy. Not anymore, but when I was a kid, like people used to call me like Mowgli. I don't know,
Mowgli.
from the
Like-
Jungle Book.
I actually look like a Mowgli because when I was
So
a kid,
cute. That's cute.
when I was 8 years old, like I'm just outside and my skin is so dark and I'm so skinny. And then because I grew up with my uncle and my grandpa, and like my mom was far away, she would just cut my hair, like, and then I looked like a Mongolian.
Yeah.
And then like
awesome.
girls would like play with the Barbie and stuff. And then when I go, hey, can I join? They're like, do you have a Barbie? And I'm like, no, but I have stone soccer ball. And they're like, no. So I would like, that's how I grew up.
I see.
So like,
So you know how to like kick ass.
yeah, that's why I like really like sports, and I was learning these things and imagining like if a guy approached to me and then this happened to me, I would like knock out, like I don't know, like kick, like everything I was imagining. And in LA, that actually happened to me. It was daytime in the Beverly Hills area, and it was like I was just walking to Mart, and the road seems okay, and there were like college students at that area as well. But then suddenly someone just come and hold me, like this. So I was like this, right? And I can tell it was a really tall, because my feet was like far away from the ground.
Oh my God.
And then he just like hold me and go to this, what do you call it? Aisle, small aisle,
Like an
Alleyway.
alleyway.
and I was just frozen.
What the?
I was frozen that time. My like flight, what is a fight and
or
flight
flight.
mode? Like
Yeah.
it was just like working so well. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But luckily, there were like college students who were like, "Hey, dude, what are you doing?" And he just dropped me and run away.
Jesus
But
Christ.
I think he was stoned. I can smell a lot of weed.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
What
just
the
got frozen.
I can't believe that's so crazy. I mean, thank God you don't live in LA anymore. That's nuts.
Dude, that
You almost got abducted, basically. That's not an Albertsons. That's nuts. I can't believe that's so crazy. Ninj. I'm so disturbed.
we're all like
I'm
so
like-
worried.
I'm like,
I know. Are you okay?
well, luckily
I'm
Korea
okay.
Korea is relatively safe.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
True.
and honestly, you know, the community in Korea, we got your back. So if you ever are in trouble, Sue will go there and decapitate a guy
Yeah.
gladly.
Don't worry, I got you.
Right.
Well, Ninj, thank you so
Crazy
much for being on the
stories.
podcast. This was a great episode.
thank you so much.
Ninj B, everyone.
Ninj B.
It's a short name.
Thank you so much, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Yeah.
Bye.
Sounds good. Bye.